How's it going, folks? We have a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna get right to it. Okay, we have a lot to discuss. Is the WWE afraid of AEW? That's an interesting question. Where's it coming from? Well, if you don't know, All In was booked for July 12th weekend, and not recently, but WWE has been booking shows that same weekend. I believe first came the revelation that they were booking Saturday Night Main Event that Saturday, which is the same Saturday of All In. So Tony Khan then moved All In to an earlier date or earlier time in the day, in the afternoon. Then came the Evolution announcement for Sunday, and more recently, it's been confirmed that they'll be running NXT Great American Bash, I believe the name of the PLE is. That's going down on Saturday afternoon, the same time as All In. So this has caused a stir online, which has led people to say things like WWE are afraid of AEW. Now, what exactly does that mean? I don't know. So I asked them, hey, what do you mean they're afraid, right? Well, what do you mean? What's up, kid? What's up, David? What does it actually mean? And you don't really get a good response. The response you get is something along the lines of, well, WWE has been doing bad shows and AEW has been cooking. So, they've been doing better shows, so they're afraid. Okay, let's analyze that for a second. The WWE and TKO are afraid of your opinion. That's what it is. It's your subjective thoughts. It's all subjective. What you think is good or bad is subjective. So what exactly are you saying? They're afraid. They're counter-programming AEW because they're afraid of cage match ratings? What you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not why. That doesn't move the WWE. They're not afraid of your opinion. What you think is good is bad. They're afraid of bad ticket sales, bad ratings. Numbers is what they're worried about. That's what makes them concerned. So your opinion, whether something's good or bad, is not going to scare them. That's not going to make them try to counter-program AEW that weekend. That doesn't make any sense. And then you hear something like, the next thing you hear is like, oh, they're petty. WWE is being petty. Okay, well, let's look up the definition of petty. Why don't we? These are usually AEW fans. Of little important, trivial. Of secondary or lesser importance, rank, scale, minor. So what exactly are you saying? Are you saying that the WWE are being petty, as in AEW is nothing to them? It's trivial. They're minute. They're not a threat. Does that track with your opinion that AEW is competition? You can't have it both ways. You can't say AEW should be competition and WWE should admit that they're competition and then call them petty for counter-programming AEW. That doesn't make any sense. Which one is it? Are they petty? Messing with the little guy, the insignificant bug? Or are they treating them with respect by trying to squash the legitimate competition? Which one is it? So you can't have it both ways, even though they try. So, in my opinion, if I'm AEW, the actual concern of the weekend is, okay, like if you bought tickets to All In, you're going to All In. If you're going to watch All In, you're diehard, you're going to watch it. The concern is the casual fan or the people who watch both that have to make a decision. Do I watch NXT? Do I watch, or watch AA, or do I watch All In, right? That make that decision, that calculus. And you're worried about headlines, because I do believe that weekend, the headline coming out of that weekend will be about Evolution. All women PLE, the media is going to eat that up. They just love that type of stuff. They're going to eat it up. If they have some type of like main event prize at Saturday Night Main Event, that could get some headlines, right? In that type of weekend, All In might be a footnote in the grand scheme of things, the way the news cycle runs, you may have a column about All In, but with Saturday Night Main Event and NXT, and then you have that big Evolution show the next day, folks may not be talking about your big show. That's really the concern. Not so much, the nonsense about good show versus bad show and petty nonsense. No, if you're AW, you're concerned about that because the fans are going to watch it. Your diehards are going to watch the show no matter what, right? So, if I'm AW, worst case scenario, let's start with best. If I'm AW, best case scenario, the WWE, sorry guys, we didn't want to pick this weekend, but we picked it because NBC wanted to run Saturday Night Main Event that weekend. It made sense to do Evolution and NXT the same weekend because the production crew doesn't have to travel that much. Logically, it just makes sense. Logistically, it makes sense. Sorry, it is what it is. We don't really care, but it is what it is. I'm sorry. That's best case scenario for why WWE has put 3 shows that weekend. Worst case is, we're the Harvey Weinstein of wrestling. Well, take this, assholes. We're gonna jab you. We're gonna put NXT NXT Great American Bash that weekend. We're gonna put Saturday Night Main Event that weekend, and we're gonna put Evolution on that weekend. You're gonna get swallowed. There'll be no talking about All In. We're going to flood the weekend with wrestling, and All In will be nothing but a bullet point when it comes to all where we're going, because you talk too much shit. This is what you get, and we don't care. That's the worst case scenario. Either way, there's no fear here. They're not scared of anything, right? It's more about, if we're being honest, if you care about competition, if you think AW is actual competition, if anything, they're respecting the competition by trying to counter-program them. Worst case scenario, right? Best case, it is what it is. They didn't want to do it, but they had to pick it. Unfortunately, it worked out like that. Sorry, right? But either way, there's no fear in here. There's no, I'm scared of AW, therefore we're putting NXT on at the same time. Doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't work. People are using the word scared because they can't properly articulate what they want to say and how they feel about it. They feel for AW. They care about the company. They want it to succeed. So the fact that WWE are running so many shows, it hurts their feelings because they're like, okay, this will be AW's weekend. Hope be our time to shine, right? I'm talking about the fans here, right? By the way, hope be our time to shine. Now we have WWE trying to grab spotlight and grab airtime in the ether that is the internet, right? That's what it is. Not about fear. If anything, person being afraid is AW. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. It makes sense. It's logical. Making the correct calculus. For example, they moved their date. Well, not date. They moved the time, right? When they realized that WWE were going to run Saturday Night Main Event during that time, they scheduled All In to take place earlier in the day to avoid Saturday Night Main Event because they want the casual wrestling fan to not to choose. Because at the end of the day, the casual wrestling fan will pick the bigger promotion, the bigger show. Well, when I say bigger show, I mean the more popular brand, WWE. So I moved it. That makes sense. Because they were concerned. Or you could say scared. Either way, it just makes sense. It's not a complaint. It's not taking a jab. That's just a reality situation. Look no further. Here's another example. Have you guys heard of a movie called Avengers Doomsday? Well, have you? Well, Avengers Doomsday, a big Marvel property coming out in about, a year? Next year sometime? It was supposed to come out in the summer of 2026. It's now coming out in December of 2026 because they needed more time. The weekend is coming out now is the same exact weekend that the third Dune movie is coming out. So I think it's called Doom Messiah, right? Dune Messiah movie, right? So Dune, a very popular brand right now, You saw the second Dune, part two, a lot of great ratings. Great ratings. Highly made a lot of money. People went and watched it, right? And they decided that they want to come out in December of 2026. But now, guess what? Avengers moved to that same date. What are they gonna do? I'll tell you what they're gonna do. Dune will move. If they don't, I will delete my account. That's how sure I am of this. Dune will have to move. They don't have a choice because they don't want to deal with the juggernaut that is Avengers. So in order for their movie to have box office success, they have to move. That doesn't mean they're scared or they're frightened. No, it's just they're concerned, rightfully, and they're going to move because they don't want to compete with Avengers. It's the same market, the same age group, the same demographic. They don't want to compete with that market. Dune, very sci-fi, fictional. Well, of course, fictional, but sci-fi. That type of audience. There's a big crossover with Avengers movies and superhero shit. So they will have to move, and they will. Common sense. That's what AEW did. They moved. Because when you are Marvel and Avengers, or if you are the WWE, you move to where you want to move, and everybody else has to deal with it. So Maya, that's what happens. Okay? The big fish doesn't worry about the small fish. We want that date. We're going to take that date. Sorry. You're going to have to move. Or you can stay there, get swallowed alive, but you won't do that. You'll move. And Dune will move just like AEW had to move. Okay? Dune, very popular. Highly, like high ratings, critically acclaimed. They moved. They will move. There's no way around it. Look how popular this movie is. Popular, 92 Rotten Tomatoes, 95 fan vote. Very popular, very successful. The third movie will move because of Avengers Doomsday. That's just how it works, okay? Just like AEW had to move. So in this case, the WWE is Avengers. They move to the date they want to move to. They pick the date they move to. And AEW had to move, which they can't in this case because of they have the date set, so they can't move. So again, best case, WWE picked the date because NBC told them to, and it made sense to book Evolution at the same time, same weekend, and same as with the NXT. Keep forgetting the name purely. Great American Bash, same thing. Had to do it. Worst case, they're sticking it to them. Haha, that's what you get for calling us the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. This is what you get. Either way, it's not fear. So no, WWE is not afraid of AEW. Worst case, they hate them and they're taking jabs. That's worst case. Best case, it is what it is, and we had to pick the date, deal with it, right? That's how it works. All right, Maya, talk to you later. How did WWE not know that there was a Beyonce concert? And that's a different story. They apparently were oblivious to the fact that Beyonce's running the same day as Evolution. Now, is that a problem? Not necessarily. They're probably assuming that there's not a lot of crossover. Well, apparently they didn't know, right? But if they did know, and they still picked a date, they picked it because they're assuming there's no crossover between Beyonce fans and WWE fans. Here's the reality situation. Here's reality. Most of the people in that crowd would be dudes. Even though it's an all-female event, most will be dudes. So there's hoping that there's not a big crossover between Beyonce stans and folks that want to watch wrestling on Saturday. But we'll see. Who knows? It may be a disaster. I doubt it. I think it will sell pretty well, but we'll see. So that's what I want to say about that. WWE are not afraid of AEW. That's not how that works. Doesn't make any sense. There's no other way around it. All right. Beyond that, what else is there to talk about? let's see. We can talk about what happened last night. So last night for NXT, there was a shocker. Okay. La Primera lost her belt. Now this was a surprise to most, including myself. I'm not going to front. I was surprised. But once it happened, it made sense why they did it. She's going to get called up. Now, of course, the IWC, because they don't like to think, their first reaction was, this is so stupid. Why didn't they just put the belt on Jordynne Grace? So why they have Jordynne Grace lose if Stephanie's going to lose anyway? I don't know. Maybe because they didn't put a belt on her for the same reason why Steph dropped the belt. They're both going up. You just think about it for 2 seconds. You won't look like such an asshole. May not look like a jackass. Just think for a second. Jordynne Grace was never going to be in NXT for a long time. She's on a main roster contract. This woman at NXT as a TNA champion wrestled plenty of women in NXT. She wrestled Easy Dame. She wrestled Sol Ruka. She wrestled Tatum Paxley. She wrestled Roxanne as NXT as TNA champion. So she already had a run in NXT already before she got there. She got there in January after the Rumble. The reason why, or February I think. The reason why she stayed in NXT, the reason why she was there, is because I don't think Triple H wanted to factor her into main roster booking because of Mania. But she's never going to be there long term. Okay, if anything, Stephanie had a better chance to stay there because Stephanie wanted to learn English. But once Triple H saw how over she is, she's over, she's popular, he doesn't care about English. Like, girl, you are ridiculously popular, ridiculously over. You can go up now. So that's what's happening. So according to reports or common sense, Stephanie's going to Raw and Jordynne Grace is going to SmackDown. So you're going to have Roxanne and Stephanie on Raw, Jordynne and Julia on SmackDown. That makes sense for me. Will there be a draft? We don't know. We still don't know if there's going to be a draft. But it all makes sense. Okay? Never mind, I'm back. So yeah, I'm happy for JC Jane. People are complaining, like, oh, why JC Jane? I was on record for years that JC Jane was the best of Toxic Attraction. She's the best in the ring and the best on the mic. And I'm happy that she had this moment. She's a good worker, doesn't put a foot wrong, can do whatever you want. I remember in 2024, early in the year, when she had her babyface run with Thea Hale, she did that well. Good character work. She's versatile. She can fit in any role. And I'm happy for her. I think she deserves it. She's a very good talent, I think. And I've been proven right again. The best thing about being right is when you're right. I love that feeling. But yeah, Stephanie's buried. Who said that? It's a problem for anyone attending the show since the stadium is literally across the street. That's true. So, now you're talking about the Evolution and Beyonce concert. If I'm the WWE, I'm running Evolution a little earlier in the day to avoid that. Now that you know about Beyonce, run the show earlier. Maybe around 5 o'clock or 4 to help with traffic, but who knows? I don't know the plan there. I love the moment. I love that. I think that there's still problems with Fallon Henley, even though Fallon Henley wants to say that online. She said, "Oh, you guys are gullible." There's still problems. The issues they're having is not a front. They're still having issues, but in that moment, she put it aside to get the job done. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. But I'm happy for her. She deserves it. And yeah, I think Stephanie on Raw, I think she'll be great. Now, some people think Stephanie is going to go to the Money in the Bank qualifier match. That is not going to happen. Why? Because she has a match scheduled already for that day. She's headed to LA for Worlds Collide. Now, this will be a good show for her and for Lola Vice. This show is looking very, very good right now. I'm excited for it. So this graphic came out without the belt before she lost. So they've been giving away the results of this damn, they keep giving it away. what happened. Now, I didn't catch this at the time, but as you can see, this poster or this match card was out before her match, and there's no belt to be found here. So this is probably her last like NXT showing in a way, because she's teaming with Lola Vice, and then she goes to Raw, where she belongs. This is where she belongs. How many defenses for JC Jane? Well, that depends. Who's going to dethrone her? Who's going to dethrone her? I'm gonna say rain check. I'll get back to you on that one. Let me get back to you on that one. Another match they booked. Banger. Got TNA representation. Well, not TNA. He was in TNA, but not anymore. Got AAA, NXT, SmackDown. This is going to be fire. Crowd pop for Ray Phoenix when he showed up. I'm excited for the show. It's free on YouTube as well. Free on YouTube from the forum. It's gonna be good. All right. Let's talk about other tweet that's gone viral. So I tweeted this, I think yesterday. Kayfabe is dead. It needs to stay that way. Let the talent live their lives, share their lives like all actors can. Now, this got some pushback from some people. Some people agree with me, some people didn't. Basically, my thought process here is we all know that pro wrestling is scripted. We know that. So why are we so hell-bent on the talent maintaining kayfabe? I don't understand it. I never understood it, honestly. It's the only fictional property where we expect the performers to stay in character beyond the stage, beyond the cameras, beyond the stadium. I don't know why. I think it's holding wrestling back. I think wrestling would be more popular if you embrace the fact that, hey, we're a show, this is fiction, we're storytellers, come watch us. For example, let's say you're Becky Lynch and you're on the red carpet, and the interviewer says, "Hey, Rebecca Quinn, how you doing? If you guys don't know, this is Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch, WWE. How's it going? Oh, everything's going great. I'm having fun. We're having a great storyline. I'm loving working with Bianca Belair. She's great. Right now, I'm the bad guy. She's the face. We're telling this great storyline. Come watch us. It's a great story. We're having fun over here." That, I think, would grab the casual viewer more than saying, "Oh, I'm really pissed at her. I'm gonna stay in character because I'm angry." That's why people say stuff like, "You guys know this is fake, right?" Yeah, of course we know. But because of this whole kayfabe nonsense, where you can't actually be honest and open about what's going on, they feel like, oh, they think it's real. No, we know it's staged. We know it's acting. We know that. I think kayfabe is hurting it. I think you'd be better off long term getting new fans if you embrace the fact that we're telling a story, we're actual performers with real names and real lives, and we're playing characters. Come watch us perform like a play, like a show. I think long term, that'd be better to get more eyeballs instead of pretending like, oh, I'm not going to go over there because I hate her. We really hate each other, yada yada. That just, I don't think it works anymore. I think we're past that. I think the talent should be able to talk with interviewers, explain what they do, be themselves, and separate the character. Like, hey, I'm Remy, I'm Demi. Okay, I'm Demi. Come watch me play Rhea Ripley on TV. This is my character I play. I'm loving working with Io and Bianca Belair. Here, she's right here next to me. Here's Bianca. We're telling this great storyline. No different than any other television show. Why is it we're wrestling? We have to maintain the facade. We have to maintain the bullshit. We know it's staged. We know it's acting. They're performers. Why can't we embrace that and bring more people in by telling them, hey, come watch us perform? Rather than staying in character on the red carpet and pretending like I hate this person over here. Those dates are not it's not working anymore. That doesn't get new viewers because they look at you like, dude, like we know it's fake. Like in the age of social media, in the age of this world we're in right now, like this world, 2025, this whole kayfabe shit is hurting the product. It's hurting getting new fans. They think you're weird. Like, you know this is fake, right? Yeah, I do. Then why are they acting like, just drop kayfabe. Drop kayfabe. Let them be themselves. Let them be actual. Let them promote the product as themselves, and don't be in character all the damn time. I think this will work for wrestling. I think it'd be better off to get more viewers and get more new fans. Oh shit! So I'm sorry to hear that. You got COVID. What about when someone takes a picture during a rehearsal? Well, that's no different than somebody taking a picture of Game of Thrones set or a Marvel set. That's out of bounds. But that's out of bounds for all fiction. Nobody, whether you are doing a TV show, whether doing movies, nobody wants pictures taken during rehearsal. Nobody wants that. So it applies the same way as any type of fiction. No, don't take pictures during rehearsal. That's wrong. But that's everywhere. You don't want pictures taken during rehearsals. Or like the staging. You don't want that out there. They already do that though. Do you remember the opening video they did with NXT? With Netflix Raw? They need to do it more. I like that they're opening up what's the name of that show? It's happening on Netflix. That AAA said they're gonna pull back the curtain. I think that'll help get more fans. I honestly believe that. This whole era of protect the business is all real. Maintain the kayfabe. I think it's hurting getting new fans. I really do. Pro wrestling, like a play with stunt men and women. That's really what it is. It's a storytelling play, but you're more physical and you can get hurt in real life. You really get hurt. That's what it is. Promote it like that and get people to come watch your performance rather than staying in character 24/7. The Mayu versus Yuzuki match was underwhelming. It was short. I wouldn't say it was underwhelming. It was shorter than I thought it was going to be. But I wouldn't say it was underwhelming. That's my thoughts on that. Now, some of these responses I thought were kind of crazy. Like, I disagree. You can't be sharing vids laughing with each other on a bench and come out on TV acting like they hate each other. Why not? It's a television show. It's no different than any other television show. Wait, what? What do you mean you can't? It's a performance. You know that they're acting. So why do you care so much that I don't get it. You know when they go backstage, they're gonna high five, give a hug to each other. You know that they're planning it out for the match. You know they don't actually hate each other. So why do you care if that's revealed? It's silly. It's just stupid to me. Like with every other type of fiction, it doesn't bother you. But pro wrestling, it does? It's just weird. I think it's weird. Do you think Seth Rollins behaves like that in real life? You think that's what he does? You think Braun Breaker goes around barking in real life? You think that's what happens? You think R-Truth is really that dumb? They're not. They're playing characters. So why do I have to be in character 24/7? It makes no sense. You're hurting the brand. I think you're hurting pro wrestling now at this point. In the 90s, fine, right? But now we're in 2025. Because we're in 2025, you have to accept that you need to pull back the curtain a bit, I think. I just think it's high time. Never. It's really me, damn it. Strong disagree. Like, I think I think it's silly. I think it's silly. Thoughts on Tatum, Zarya, and Soruka backstage segment on NXT? Could you see the culling watching? I did see that. I do not want Tatum to join the culling. But we'll see what happens. I don't love that idea. I hope that's not the direction they go. But Tatum is very talented. I like her a lot. We'll see what Shawn Michaels has in store. But I don't love the idea of her teaming up with Easy Dame and the crew. I don't love it. They should do something else. All right, what else? Bookmarks. Let's see what else we're going to talk about here. Finn Balor. I love what's happening with the Judgment Day. I love the storyline here. Yeah, Finn actively trying to upset and torment his friends because he doesn't like them and he's being petty. He's like, all right, Liv Morgan, you took over Judgment Day. That's what you did. Liv Morgan had taken over Judgment Day. She's basically the leader now, right? Finn is like that. Doesn't like it at all. He's using Roxanne Perez to poke at her and Raquel and drive a wedge between them and cause friction within the group. I love this storyline. If you noticed, I want to talk about this. Did you hear the pop that Liv Morgan got? Did you hear the pop that Liv Morgan got showed up on screen? I would argue louder than any pop she had as champ. And this is what I've been trying to tell folks, okay? What do I always say? Doesn't matter who has the belt. What matters is who has the storyline, who has the TV time. Right now, Liv Morgan is in a storyline with Judgment Day. She's always on TV, and her popularity is rising without the belt. What I've been trying to tell folks. It's about character work, it's about storylines, it's not about who's champion. She's better off now. I kept telling folks, Liv Morgan would be better off without the belt. And sure enough, look where she's at right now. Crazy pops, interesting storyline, compelling stuff. It's great. Meanwhile, Io Sky is doing what? He is literally, the belt holder. Walk around holding the belt. No story, no nothing. She did had a moment let's pass Raw where she told Liv Morgan to keep walking. She had one line, no storyline, no nothing. She champion, sure. She holding the belt, but what is that giving her? What's compelling? What's interesting? Nothing right now. And I keep telling folks, they don't like writing for Io Sky. They do not like writing for her. They like writing for Becky Lynch. They enjoy writing for Becky Lynch. Right? The top storyline on Raw is Becky Lyra. Then you could argue the women within Judgment Day. And then it goes down to Io Sky. I called it. Knew it was going to happen. But folks did not want to listen. So I don't think Io will be doing much of anything heading into Money in the Bank. In fact, she won't be defending. So we'll see what they do with Io Sky. But yeah, not much to look forward to. Who is dethroning Lyra? Becky. I think Becky beats her at Money in the Bank. Well, now that I think about it, the stipulation that Becky says if she loses, won't challenge for the belt as long as Lyra is champ. And you see, Lyra is the B champion, right? But she's getting TV time, getting the storyline. But right now, the IC title is being elevated. It feels big because of the time getting on TV. The promo time and the people involved, the Baileys and the Becky's of the world. The title feels big. Right now, Lyra's star is rising, and the Io's kind of just hanging around. Asuka probably coming back for her. According to reports, Asuka may not be back until the end of the year, which is unfortunate. Will Jessie Jane get more defenses than Steph? I think she should hold it for a while. Build up the next babyface. If that's Lyra, not Lyra. If that's Thea, then fine. If that's Flash, then fine. But they should let her hold it for a while and build up the next babyface. Take it off of her. I don't think Jessie Jane is a transitional champ. There is no babyface that is sitting ready to go. Name him. He holds it for at least 3 months. Nah, maybe 2 months. At least 2 months. I think she holds it for a bit. Right now, Zarya's in a program with Soruka. Right now, Jada Parker is a heel. Thea's kind of getting some time on TV. We'll see. We'll see. Bonnie Jordan is kind of a heel right now. So we'll see what happens. I like Thea's odds. I like maybe it'll be Lola Vice. I thought that might turn Lola heel, but now that Stephanie's going up, I don't think so. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe Lola Vice. I'd be surprised if she got called up. Saw the report. Did she get called up? I'd be surprised by that. Io could have a spontaneous one-off defense with Steph. That's what the IWC wants. The IWC wants a match against Stephanie at Evolution. But when I asked them, hey, you want Stephanie against Io at Evolution? Cool. What is Rhea doing? They had no response. If you had no response, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hear you right now. I'm not trying to hear it. Rhea Ripley is the biggest star in the women's division. She's on Raw. She's going to have a match at Evolution. So, if not Io, okay, what is her match? Because not Roxanne Perez. She's with Liv Morgan right now. It's not Becky Lynch. She's wrapped up with Lyra. What is her match? Doing Stephanie Io, what is Rhea doing? If you don't have a response, then okay. Then I'm not trying to hear you right now. Rhea Bianca, there's a lot of work to be done there, my friend. A lot of work needs to be done. Bianca shows up on SmackDown and does what? Puts a promo on Rhea? Or shows that she's upset with Rhea Ripley in some way? And then what? She shows up at Money in the Bank? Now, I don't hate this idea. I actually kind of like it. If you're doing Bianca Rhea Ripley at Evolution, this is how you do it. Bianca comes out there on Friday, cuts a promo, a babyface promo, which shows that she's still feeling down from WrestleMania. She congratulates Io Sky. Congrats, Io. But then when she talks about Rhea Ripley, she kind of pauses. Doesn't dive into Rhea Ripley. So like something there, she just can't. It's bugging her. She doesn't like it. She won't talk about Rhea Ripley, but she'll congratulate Io, then move on, right? You show her kind of being down, and then you do surprise at Money in the Bank. Runs out there and screws Rhea Ripley. Straight up screws her. That will start a build. Now, it'd be interesting because Bianca's on SmackDown, Rhea's on Raw. So it'd be like a cross-brand feud. But that's compelling, it's fun, and interesting. You have to turn Bianca heel, which I think needs to happen. Because Rhea Ripley is white hot as a face. So turn Bianca heel for the storyline. Make it make sense, make it clear, no confusion. Heel Bianca, face Rhea Ripley, boom. I believe that's the only way right now, at least right now, that's the only thing that makes sense to stop Rhea Ripley from getting her goal facing Io. Need something big. because unfortunately, have not built up anyone to hang with Rhea Ripley in a program on Raw. So you would have to pull Bianca Belair from SmackDown to make it happen. You're so biased, it's crazy. What happened to the old Will? Biased in what way? Explain yourself. Could you see Bianca turn heel and beat down Tiffany? Here's my concern with that. Not my concern, but Bianca did that. You would then have to beat Tiffany. So that what they would do, does that track for you? Bianca turns heel, attacks Tiffany, and then takes the belt off of her? Not right now. He doesn't. Not with Naomi over there. Not with Jade Cargill trying to get a shot right now. It doesn't ring true to me. That's the end of Tiffany's reign. If Bianca turns heel on Tiffany, she's beating Tiffany Stratton, straight up. They're not going to book Tiffany to beat Bianca Belair. I don't see that. So then what happens? Bianca's champion. So what? How do you get back to Bianca Rhea Ripley, assuming that's the plan? We know that was the plan for this year. We saw that whiteboard, right? The whiteboard had Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. They changed it to add Io. That tells me, okay, the long game is to go back to Bianca Rhea Ripley, I think, right? So if Bianca can beat Tiffany for the belt, then what? I don't know. Bianca's kind of interesting. I think on Friday, we're going to get a lot of answers in regard to Bianca's booking because her injury was not a part of the plan. Of course, they didn't expect her to get injured, right? So what's happening now is a pivot from the original post-Mania plans. I believe Bianca Belair would have been in Money in the Bank, without a shadow of a doubt, because if Rhea is going to be in there, Bianca was too. So if the plan was Bianca versus Rhea Ripley and Money in the Bank, and then getting away from each other, why not book Bianca Belair to show up and then screw Rhea Ripley? That works well. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's read some of these comments. If Bianca was benched like Io backstage as a champ, you would be upset. Are you saying I'm not upset? Are you saying I'm happy Io is being benched right now? I'm not. I'm calling it out. I called it out. Io Sky, they don't like writing for her. They should. She's a champion. She should get promo time. She should get storylines. But I'm being realistic. They don't like writing for her. They prefer to make Becky Lynch and Lyra the A storyline because they like to write for those two. Io is harder to write for her. That's just a reality situation. I would love for Io. I love Io. I would love for her to get the stories and some good stuff. I just don't see it happening. So, but that's a fair comment. That's fair. That's fair. But I just don't have the heart, not the heart. I don't have the energy to shit on it because like, okay, yeah, she should be getting more time. She should be getting good storylines. She should. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm kind of like, I'm numb to it. That's a word. I'm numb. I'm numb to that. Because I saw it coming a mile away. It's not like, I guess if it was a surprise, I'd be more upset. If that makes sense. I'm not surprised by it. So I'm like, okay, Io getting in the short end of the stick on Raw. Sounds about right. Unfortunately. Let me just go back and see some of this. Bianca Rhea at Crown Jewel. If Bianca's still if Bianca's champion on SmackDown, sure. crown jewel in Australia, huh? For Bianca Rhea Ripley, I could see it, but I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't know shit. Rhea wins the Chamber. She's gonna be champion heading into Mania, I think. I doubt we're getting that much storyline for the championship. I can only see a spontaneous EO defense before Rhea Ripley takes it off of her at Evolution. I can see that as well. Honestly, I think the next time he faces EO, she wins, unless something huge happens like a Bianca Belair interference. It will take something huge like Bianca Belair helping EO. Well, not really helping EO, but hurting Rhea Ripley. Like hurting Rhea Ripley. That's the only way I can see it. Something big like that. Could Jordan Grace show up on SmackDown this week on Friday? Yeah, she could. She could. She wasn't on NXT this week, so I can see her showing up on SmackDown with a contract similar to Julia. Or they might wait a week. They may wait for the week of Money in the Bank. So next week. But yeah, it can happen this week as well. So we'll see. I wonder who would win in Australia. Yeah, I know. I wonder who would win on her birthday. Mind you, remember, Perth, Crown Jewel, is Rhea Ripley's birthday. If Grace interferes with Bianca's promo, I think whoever stops Bianca Belair's promo will be a heel. So be Naomi or Nia Jax, I think, will interrupt Bianca Belair. I can see them doing the same Alexa Charlotte Flair Julia segment. Julia with Grace coming out the door instead of. Yeah, I can see that as well. That's true. Yeah. I hope they do it differently, but it is repetitive sometimes. No, I don't think she'll get released. I'm concerned for Kairi Sane. I'm happy she won, but the match was not great. I'm fearful, not that she's gonna get cut. I'm fearful of her time in the ring. Like I said, it's about storylines, it's about TV time. Without Asuka on the roster, I'm concerned with her TV time. That's what I'm worried about. But we'll see. Won our match. Her performance was fine. Wasn't great, but it's fine. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to hit besides talk about WWE scared? Talk about that. We talked about Izzy Jane and Jordan Grace and Stephanie going up to the main roster. We talked about Finn and Liv Morgan. So here's Kairi's reaction to winning a match. Happy for Kairi Sane, but a little worried. Not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. Not gonna get cut. I'm worried about her booking future because her in ring has not been great. So, but she's not gonna get cut. She'll let the contract run out, but she's not getting cut. That's not gonna happen. She's not getting cut. So there's that. Now I'll open up for questions. We're almost an hour in. Any questions about anything? I'm all into the chat now. You can't forget Kairi only has wrestled 5 matches since November 20. Yeah, so she's ring rusty. Yeah. Lena Vega needs challengers. Julia, Jordan Grace. Those are her challengers. I don't think you're getting Julia Tiffany anytime soon. I think Julia will be gunning for the mid card. Jordan Grace, I don't know. Maybe Jordan Grace goes after Naomi. Remember what I love about her being on SmackDown. She has history with Chelsea Green, Naomi, Meechin. Those are all her TNA girls. So a lot of chemistry, a lot of comfortability over there. So she's gonna go right in and feel comfortable and roll with the punches on SmackDown. So much people she knows and worked with in the past. I feel proper thing to do, have Julia chase Zelina Vega. Make her a champion in the mid card. Do not have Julia face Tiffany. Don't do that. Don't have her chase Charlotte Flair right now. Have her chase Zelina Vega first. Jordan Grace, either or, mid card or the top title, either or is fine for me. But Jordan Grace, I think, is more ready for that spot because of her comfortability with the promos and with America. I think Julia should chase Zelina Vega. That's what I would do. What does Steph do on the main roster? Win matches, be popular. Chase Io and Lyra. Either way, either one's fine. She'll be fine. I'm not worried about her at all. She's so over, so cool, so loved already. She'll be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Scroll up serious question. How serious? Okay, no, so non-biased aside, why do you be against Io leaving for Margot when her contract is up? Because she is currently champion and won the belt against the two biggest pillars in the damn division. I don't understand this Io Sky. Woe is me. The woman beat Bianca and Rhea Ripley in a Mania match. Like, what are we talking about here? She's fine overall. Do I want a good storyline? Yes. But guess what? What's happening to her is not foreign. Go look at Bayley's run. Did Bayley go to Mari Gold? Bayley had a poor babyface run to win her match. Not an EO thing. It's a Triple H booking babyface thing. Okay, that's what happens. Bayley got it. Bianca got it for a little bit. Now EO's getting it. When you're a babyface, they don't do well with the reigns. For storytelling, at least. Unless you have someone like a Becky Lynch as a heel who they like working with, who they like writing for. It's not a EOS thing. It's a WWE thing. To go to Mari Gold, where it's the easy route, because guess what? She's going to be champion right away. She'll be booked well, sure. But why do that? Where you're in the top of the world. You are the top champion, the top promotion in the world. Why are you going anywhere? This doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, enough of that. Who do you think dethrones Tiffany? Probably a heel. Well, not necessarily. It could be Jade, but then Naomi catches in immediately. A black woman does it. That's what I'll say. A black woman will do it. Whether Jade or Naomi, one of them. One of the other ones. One of those two. Let's see. Jade or Naomi will dethrone Tiffany. Any other questions? The Raw Women's Division is unfortunate. Both the IWC and the World don't have enough women. Well, let's look at the Raw Women's Division right now. Rhea, Io, Kyrie, Becky, Bayley, Lyra, Roxanne. That's a hell of a roster already. Ivy. Zoe Stark got injured. What did I miss? Maxine, Natalia. That's plenty of talent. Plenty of talent. Plenty. You add Stephanie Becker. Yeah, the book bad. That's what it is. Well, now we know why they released them, right? 4 high caliber talent coming up at once. Roxanne, Julia, Jordan Grace, and Stephanie, all at once. Raquel Rodriguez, she's another one. Plenty. They just don't care right now. That's all. There's plenty of talent. No, who else they don't care about? By that I mean Tony Khan, Athena. All thought Athena would be wrestling Mercedes Moné at All In. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I feel for her. What is she gonna do? I don't know. She's one of the best wrestlers in the world in the women's division, in women's wrestling, and she's wrestling for her minions on Ring of Honor. I just don't get it. Just don't. If I'm Tekla, why the hell am I rushing to go there? Considering how they're treating Athena. Weird. But whatever. What else? From our Joshi stands, I am concerned about Koki Amare. He looks so damn cool, so endearing. She's awesome. But the in-ring is not there. If you watch her go, if you have Wrestle Universe subscription, well, you probably don't. If you do, go watch Monday Magic for Noah. Go watch that show. Go watch her performance in this match with Mayu Watani and Sadie Gibbs. Wasn't great. Okay, she's not there in the ring. She's nowhere close. Fortunately for her, I think she's going to drop the belt. So she's facing Takumi Aroha at the next show. I think she's going to drop the belt. And rightfully so, I might add, because unfortunately for her, in-ring just not there. Holy shit. Guess what, guys? 5,000 followers. Over 5,000 followers. I didn't know that till just now. So Koki Amore, I think your days are numbered as champion for Noah. In-ring is nowhere close to being ready. Like, it was baffling. Not baffling. It was very obvious and clear just how far off she was from other three women in that damn ring. Sorry to tell you the truth, but not there. She had the championship because of her look. That's a reality situation. I'm sorry. That is what it is. And I get it. Rossi, I get it. But gotta end. I think Takumi Aroha is going to end it. Sorry, Koki Amore. I'm sorry. Love you to death. You're so cool. You have a good vibe about you. Popular as hell, endearing as hell, but the in-ring just nowhere close. This will be a travesty. Koki Amore defeats Takumi Aroha. So it needs to end. New champion on Monday. New championship. No, don't disrespect Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is far better in the ring than her. I'm sorry. She just is. Her in-ring, she's a big boot merchant. I get no pleasure saying this. I like Koki Amore as a talent, as what I've seen from her in interviews and what her goals, and she wants to wrestle in WWE one day. I admire all that. But she's so far off in the ring. She just is. I don't know what to tell you. I gotta be honest. Even though I like the talent a lot, I gotta be honest. Her in-ring is far off. If she was good in the ring, not even great, good, oh my God, this woman would be massive already. I'm talking about strap the rocket. If she was even good or even decent, but she's not. Just isn't. The gap between her and Mayu in that match was stark. Not even Mayu. Like, Sadie Gibbs, big gap in talent in the ring. Just was. It was so clear watching that match. So clear. Anyway, next up, what else? Do you see? No, I didn't see her tweet. Picture in picture. Diana Peraza. Let me see. Diana Peraza. Another person I feel for. Let's see. Oh, that is a cry for help and a shot at creative during picture picture probably. Yikes. Who's surprised? Who is surprised? Honestly, are you surprised? We all knew this was going to happen. We all do. We all knew this. We all knew Tony Khan was going to sign her, to have a little match here and there, and then be on the back burner, not doing much. It's unfortunate, but she should have saw this coming. She should have saw it. Be fair. Yeah, we all knew. We all knew. That's sad, but not shocking. Not shocking. Let me see the response to this in the quote tweets. I'm nosy. I'm nosy. Free Diana Peraza. Finn Balor laughing. That's funny. Can't wait, book it. Get Diana on TV. Now, to be fair, can't put everybody on TV, right? Somebody got to be benched, right? But it's just unfortunate because she's a talented wrestler, but I'm not surprised. I'm just not. You probably should have stayed in TNA. With the TNA WWE relationship, she had a lot of fun matches with some of the NXT talent, right? But I get it, wanting to move on, but it is what it is. I mean, it is. Do you think Diana Peraza would be in WWE top card? No. I'll be honest with you. No, I don't think Diana Peraza would be at the top of the card in the WWE either. But I do think there's a possibility for her to go with Chelsea Green. Diana Peraza and Chelsea Green have history. They're best friends. I think there's an opportunity for her to have TV time with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green ain't winning no titles anytime soon, right? But she's popular. She's creative. She's fun. She gets plenty of TV time. There is a scenario where Diana Peraza comes to SmackDown, works with Chelsea Green, and have a fun storyline. That's on TV at least. But look at Piper Niven has TV time. Alba Fire is on TV. I think her best friend Chelsea Green, they could have a good storyline on SmackDown if they wanted to. But so I think she'd be at top of the card now. I gotta be honest. No, it is what it is. You can tell stories with Chelsea Green. That's what she could have done, but we'll see. Lady Gibbs is a demon. Whoa. That was a botch. Check this out. Lady Gibbs, demon. Ooh, he goes for like I don't know what that was. Double rotation. Oh, wow. Yeah. Lands on her back. Is that Maria or Santa Maria of Magenta? That's rough. Anyway, any other questions? Got 20 more minutes. Does Stephanie goes after the top title on Raw or mid card? Because it's EO top title. If it was Rhea Ripley, I'd say no. Because EO's there, they already wrestled EO. It'll probably be EO. Because remember, right now, Becky Lynch and Lyra are kind of mixing it up. Unless Lyra beats Becky and Becky goes with Bayley, and Lyra needs a partner. Partner, I mean a fighting partner. Roxanne, or there's Stephanie right there. Stephanie Lyra would be a banger. Absolute banger. It's fair to think whenever Athena deal is up that WWE may have a chance to get her back. Yes, the chance, but because Athena likes Triple H. You watch her interview when she got released. She said that everything changed when Hunter left. She likes Hunter, aka Triple H, Paul Levesque. She likes Paul Levesque. That being said, she does like wrestling in Japan. I like the freedom that she has, so we'll see. It's not a it's definitely an option for her. I think it's possible. Like Triple H. Why in the hell would you go to AEW? Ministry of Darkness. Yeah, one more comment coming from you. One more comment from you that pisses me off. And we're gonna have problems. Thoughts on Mariah May and where she ultimately lands? She's trolling. What Mariah May is doing is the same thing Mercedes did. You remember when Mercedes Moné was in the news about where she's gonna go? She kept posting stuff and teasing stuff and trying to get WWE give her more money. With that one tweet, she said, like, all I want from Christmas is something she said. I forgot what she said. And it was 3 H's. Oh, I see what you're doing, Triple H. I see what you're doing, right? That was during the negotiation time. She was posting like the Funko Pops of her in her WWE gear. She was really teasing WWE because she's trying to like build interest because I think she wanted to go there. That's why she put out that tweet with the Triple H, with the money sign. But ultimately, AEW offered way more money, and she took that deal. But the WWE does not. They don't go into bidding wars. I think Mariah May is doing something similar, but not really with WWE because I don't think she knows at this point. She has to know that the WWE are not going to make a bigger offer than AEW. She's kind of just trolling, similar to what Mercedes Moné was doing at the time, just trolling. For me, it's 50-50. For me, it's still 50-50. Athena has been on Ring of Honor for most of her deal. Fans would go crazy if Stephanie Vaquer was in NXT for 3 years. Yeah. She should be a mainstay on Dynamite. It's just weird. I don't understand it. Like, I would love to put, if I was him, by him I mean Tony Khan, I would be doing anything to put her on Dynamite. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. EO could feud with Kairi Sane. Yep, she could. That'd be good feud for Kairi. That'd be great for Kairi. That'd be great for her. Let's see. Oh yeah, speaking of NXT, keep saying it. Lainey Reed coming. Now that you have Roxanne, Julia, Stephanie, Jordan Grace moving up, Lainey Reed is coming. She's a demon, and I think she's gonna be coming up very soon in NXT. Probably as a heel, but I'm not sure. But she's coming, very talented in the ring. Product of the PC, she can go. She had very, very good matches with Kendall Gray. Very talented, very fun in the ring. Look forward to her. She's coming. She coming very, very soon. When was this taken? Is this a recent picture? Yeah, she's coming. Yep, she's coming. Confirmation. Coming. Look forward to that. She can go. So talking about stars and talent coming up, Lainey Reed is coming, folks. She's coming. Look forward to that. About 15 more minutes. Wrapping up at 4 o'clock. Let me look at Reddit real quick, see if anything's on Reddit that I missed. Seth Rollins won his qualifier. Makes sense. Want to put him on the card? Fine. I have no problem with that. Finn Balor has a storyline with Dom and Liv and Roxanne. That's interesting. I don't mind that at all. Trick Williams, TNA champion. Right choice. Smart. Makes sense. I love it. Take up the world. Do something interesting for once with that relationship. Let's see. Bianca Belair, SmackDown. Should be fun. What the hell? 2 shows, 1 night. There's a double taping of Raw and SmackDown on June 30th. Why? What is it about July? Let me see something. Oh, I see. July 4th. So July 4th is Friday. They don't want SmackDown on that day. They want people out celebrating the 4th of July. So they took the Raw pre-taped. I'm sorry, SmackDown pre-taped. Like a vacation day for the talent on SmackDown, at least. I'll have to work on July 4th. I guess that's what it is. I guess. I don't know. I can't think of another reason why there's no show on July 4th. No live show. They're taping it on Monday with Raw. Guess what? That show might be ass. Because, Bianca and Rhea Ripley be in the same place at the same time. Yeah, to give them talent July 4th off. Margo sending talent to Evolution, that'd be cool. Maybe next year, Mayu shows up. That'd be cool. Make it like a big event for women wrestling all around. Do it every year. Make it a big event. Bring in someone from TNA. Bring in somebody from Marigold. Bring in somebody from another promotion. from AAA. Make it like this big, grand wrestling event. Besides AEW and Stardom, of course, but that's their decision. Stardom could work with the WWE if they wanted to, but they're not going to. Yeah, make it a big thing. That'd be cool. Less legends, more current active talent is what I would do. I'm dodging you. What are you talking about? Well, hello. Oh, what's up, Red Dragon? I didn't notice you. My bad. I didn't notice you. Your thumbnail. Did I say thumbnail? Your profile pic doesn't pop. Let's see. Are you ready to? What conversation, Red Dragon? Better not be about EO. It better not be about EO. I don't want to see any complaints about any Joshi talent right now. Besides maybe Kyrie saying, I'll accept that one. EO Sky, I don't hear any complaints. Beyond, like, you can talk about the bad creative, like, sure, I agree with you. But if the conversation leads to you must go to Japan, that's why I'm out. I don't want to hear that. But I agree with you. She should have better booking right now, but she's not. She's walking around with a belt. Do you want Lyra to get back the IWC title after she loses it? Probably no. Probably no. She should go up for the main title. When she drops it, have a feud, and then go up to the top title. She's ready for that level. Ready for that level. So I would say no. How does Bayley fit in with Becky wins the belt? We're going to get Bayley, Becky at Evolution. I'd be surprised if it didn't happen. Some iteration of that match will happen at Evolution. Whether it's a tag match or singles match, whatever, but it's happening at Evolution. I don't know, Red Dragon. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I don't. Speak up. Speak out. You have to speak. You have 8 minutes to speak out. It is about EO. No, she won't be in catering. You guys are worried about nothing right now. Her booking is no different than any babyface. All babyfaces get bad booking from Triple H. They all do. Look at Becky. Look at Bayley. When she was champion, the booking is not great when you're a babyface champion. That's for everybody, not just EO. EO won Mania match against Bianca and Rhea. He's fine for a few more weeks. I was shocked. I said, my two was like, I was shocked when she lost. I was shocked. But then it made sense immediately. Oh, she's getting called up. Cool. I was shocked when it happened, for sure. I was surprised. Then I was like, okay, I get it. But I was surprised at first. Where's my response? Here it is. Oh, not that. What the? It is. Yeah, that's it. That's my response. Thoughts on women getting buried for Mercedes Moné's push? Are you saying that the talent in AEW, are they getting buried because of Mercedes Moné or because of Tony Khan? There's nothing wrong with pushing someone to win a lot of matches and be at the top of the division. Nothing wrong with that. That's not her. I don't think she's the problem. Her booking is not the problem. Problem is just not caring about other storylines. Like he could book her strong and still have other storylines underneath that are important. There's no mid card belt on that show. That's a lie. There's two belts. Tony Storm's belt and Mercedes Monet's belt, right? Um, he could tell more stories. I don't think she's burying talent. He's just pushing the top talent right now. She's the top talent right now. He's pushing her. That's all. He's not burying anyone. At least she's not. But there's women who are in catering that could be on TV that they're not right now. Maybe they do need a tag team belt for the women's division. I don't know. But I don't think Mercedes Monet's push is a problem. I think Tony Khan is the problem. Someone has to go to tag, right? Megan Bain, her situation is unfortunate. Wrestling against Anna Jay, who I like, and Carly. Why am I blanking on her name? I hate when that happens. Harley Cameron, right? I'm terrible with names sometimes. Yeah, Harley Cameron. Jesus. She's tag teaming against them with Penelope Ford, and unfortunately, the conversation is about Anna Jay's ass and the comedy bits. This is fine, but sucks for her. I think coming off of the Tony Storm feud and being dominant in that feud, Tony Storm escaping by the skin of her teeth, and now Bane is over here wrestling with the comedy stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy. Why people think when Mercedes takes one loss, they're buried. Just say Mercedes. I got Mercedes in my mind. Why people think when wrestlers take one loss, they're buried? Yeah, because people are very reactionary and they're not the brightest sometimes. And they just put stuff out there. Oh, they're buried because they lost a match. No. Buried is being in catering and not having TV time. That's what buried is. So yeah, that's not what that is. I think AEW Women's Division needs another single title. Well, Tay Monet has one belt, one AEW belt. Just one. She has Red Pro and lost a strong belt. She only has one AEW belt, right? Am I crazy? She only has one belt. Just one AEW belt. Gunther isn't buried, but his credibility is gone because he's wrestling with Jey Uso. Because Jey tapped him. Not the best look for him, but he can get it back. He can bounce back. He's a good wrestler. He can always heat somebody up very easily. Doesn't take much to heat somebody back up. No loss is too bad to recover from. It's all about how you book later on. So they could book him very strong again. It just depends on what they want to do. I don't know what they want to do though. I don't know. One more minute. I'm not looking forward to Goldberg wrestling at all. I don't care about Goldberg wrestling at all. So Evolution tonight, championship is being put on one of these women. It'll be one of these women. I can find the visual. Here it is. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I'm gonna go with Kendall Gray. I think Molly Kylie Ray will win the WWE ID belt on the Indies. So I think Kendall Gray will win it here. Winnie Chu has no chance. I'm surprised Winnie Chu didn't get cut yet, honestly. I'm not saying she should, but I'm surprised it hasn't been cut yet. I think Kendall Gray wins tonight. What say you? First ever Evolve champion tonight will be Kendall Gray. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's all there is to it. But I hope I'm not wrong. I like Kendall Gray. She's good in the ring. I like what she brings, her wrestling background. I'm going to go with Kendall Gray. First ever Evolve champion. I'll probably watch that one. I'm not always a regular Evolve watcher, but I'm going to watch Evolve tonight to see who wins it. I think it'll be Kendall Gray. I think so. They're going to make Roman the new Brock Lesnar. I come in every once in a while, basically. I can see that. Thank you, Red Dragon Slayer. I appreciate that. All right, folks. That's it for the stream. Do me a favor. You would kill it in Marigold. Who would? Who would kill in Marigold? Now I'm curious. What are you talking about? Athena? Tell me on Twitter. All right, folks. This is it for the stream. Do me a favor. Hit like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh, Winnie Chu? Oh, Kendall. Oh, Kendall Gray. Okay. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. She would kill it in Margot. She would kill it anywhere. She's very talented. Very good grappler. All right, folks. See you later. Peace.